Doomed Antarctic explorer Henry Worsley left behind a series of tragic selfies that are hard to stomach. Discovered in only 1820, the untouched frozen continent of Antarctica has lured explorers hungry for the adventure and fame of being the first person to accomplish something. British Army veteran Henry Worsley was deeply inspired by men like Ernest Shackleton and Roald Amundsen, who had varying degrees of luck attempting to traverse the continent. Shackleton, in particular, was an obsession of Worsley's, since a distant relative of his was the skipper of Shackleton's ship in 1914. Worsley's first Antarctic expedition came in 2008. He and a team retraced the steps of Shackleton's aborted second attempt to reach the South Pole. Worsley was able to complete what his idol was not. His second expedition was in 2011. Funded by his friend, the Duke of Cambridge, he and a small team followed the path Amundsen blazed when he was the first person to reach the South Pole. For his third expedition, Worsley planned to once again emulate Shackleton, this time crossing the land on foot, alone and without aid. Previous contemporary explorers attempted the task with the help of parafoil kites or supply drops, but Worsley intended to drag a sled carrying everything he needed. He would have to muscle nearly 330 pounds of gear across the coldest, driest, and most windy place on the planet, while scaling mountains up to 9,700 feet high. It was dangerous to say the least, but it was in an effort to raise money for a foundation that helps injured vets go on adventures, two causes Worsley held close to his heart. He started his adventure in November of 2015 from the northwest part of Antarctica. The trip was supposed to take 75 days. Things went well at first. He was able to walk for 13 hours on a good day, but the further inland he got, the harder it became. Worsley recorded an audio diary and took selfies the entire time, both of which were evidence of the toll the effort took on him. He talked a lot about food. Even though he packed more than enough food to replace the 10,000 calories he burned each day, he wasn't able to eat the food because it got too cold. A frozen snack bar was hard enough to break one of his dental implants. The temperature reached minus 47 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds climbed to 50 miles per hour. On day 55, a storm came that trapped him in his tent for 2 days. Conditions were so severe that they killed a nearby penguin colony. His progress slowed from 13-hour days to 4 miles every 5 hours. He was prepared to lose 28 pounds on the trip. He lost nearly 50, which contributed to his severe exhaustion. The rescue team that kept track of his journey prepared to retrieve him, but they followed Worsley's instructions to not leave until they got the signal. That signal came after day 65, 900 miles inland and only 30 miles from his goal. The rescue team took him to a hospital in Chile. What they thought was just exhaustion and dehydration turned out to be intensified by an infection in his abdominal lining. They attempted surgery, but he was too weak. Henry Worsley died from organ failure on January 25, 2016. The death of the 55-year-old British adventurer broke the hearts of his countrymen, especially when his personal chronicle of the ordeal came to light. The praise heaped upon him was matched by over $150,000 donated to his targeted charity, the Endeavour Fund. The granddaughter of Worsley's idol, Ernest Shackleton, declared that Worsley's death was a big blow to the adventuring community. Perhaps the next person setting out to cross Antarctica will be following the footsteps of Henry Worsley.
Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more of history's weirdness that you won't find in your textbooks. All those textbooks that you had to give back. No one has their textbooks anymore, right? I don't have mine. Anyway, there's this video here, there's this one here, there's more stuff here, there's more good stuff. If you liked it, stick around.